If you're thinking about getting into UX in 2026 because it looks like a clean, creative, high-paying career where you mostly make nice screens and work from home or your laptop, don't bother. And I am not saying this because I think UX is dead. No, it's not. I'm saying it because the easy version of UX has been under pressure for a while now. And the version that still has real value is harder, messier, and way more demanding than a lot of people expecting. So this video is not a don't do UX. It's more like this. Don't bother with UX design in 2026 unless you understand what the job actually demands now. And honestly, if more people heard this earlier, they would save themselves a lot of confusion. First, the entry point is harder now. Not impossible, just a bit harder. A few years ago, a lot of people got sold this version of UX that sounded almost suspiciously clean. Take a course, build a portfolio, get a remote job, start living your dream life. That version of the story is much weaker now. The market is more competitive, companies are pickier, and I am passionate about design. It's no longer enough to carry you very far.
Oh my god.
But if you're getting into UX because it sounds easy, flexible, or trending, 2026 is probably going to disappoint you very quickly. Because now the question is not just do you want to do UX, it's what can you actually do that is useful. Second, the work is messier than people think. A lot of people are attracted to UX because they imagine neat process diagrams, polished case studies, thoughtful little post-it note on a whiteboard. Actual UX is often much messier than that. You deal with unclear problems, conflicting opinions, incomplete information, stakeholders who want one thing, users who do something else, and decisions where there is no perfect answer, just better trade offs. That's the job. If you need every problem to come with a clean answer, UX is probably going to frustrate you. Because real UX is not just here's a problem, here's a solution, done. Real UX is more like here's this messy situation, 5 constraints, limited time, and 3 people disagreeing. Now make something clearer. Think about a checkout flow, or a bank transfer confirmation screen, or a ride booking app when the pickup point is wrong and the user is already annoyed. That is UX, not just pretty screens, not just nice portfolios, not just clean Figma frames with good spacing. If you need everything to be crystal clear, UX will wear you down. Third, AI is not optional anymore, and this is where people start getting weird. Some people talk like AI killed design. Other people act like AI is about to do all the design work for them. Both sides are actually oversimplifying it. AI is not removing the need for UX, but it's changing what basic execution is what. If AI can help generate flows, summarize research notes, speed up ideation, write rough copy, or produce quick interface directions, then the value of just making stuff has dropped. That does not make designers useless. It just means the bar moves. Now, your value is not just can you make the thing, it's can you tell what the right thing is? Can you tell what's weak? Can you improve it? Can you use AI well without letting it make the work look generic? That is a much more serious skill. And honestly, if you refuse to learn AI at all, you are not protecting your craft. You're just choosing to be slower than people who already know how to use it properly. And if you like videos like this that cut out true career fantasies and actually tell you what the job feels like now, please do subscribe. That is what I'm building here, not polished nonsense, useful clarity. But being good at screens is not enough anymore. This is the part a lot of people do not want to hear. Because for a long time, the internet made UX sound like this. Learn Figma, make nice screens, build a case study, and you're in. That is too small now. Pretty screens still do matter. Visual clarity still does matter. Taste still does matter. But if that is the main thing you bring, you are building your value around the part of the work that is becoming easier to generate. That is not where you want to live. The more valuable designer now is the one who can understand the problem, reduce confusion, improve the journey, defend trade-offs, and connect design to actual business goals. Yes, learn visual design. Yes, learn UI. Yes, do learn the tool, but do not confuse that with the whole job because it isn't. Fifth, great UX is bigger than one screen. This is where the difference really starts showing between someone who makes interfaces and someone who actually thinks like a UX designer. UX is not just the screen. It's what happens before the screen, on the screen, after the screen, and even when the screen fails. It's logic, the flow, the copy, the stats, the edge cases, the loading moments, the handoffs, the support experience, and the trust layer. Think about a booking experience. Think about healthcare apps. Think about a banking product onboarding someone into something sensitive. That is UX. If all you want to do is arrange UI cards on the canvas, you are aiming too small for where this field is going. And that's part of the reason why people get disappointed. They thought the job was mostly aesthetics, but the real job is usually in how the whole experience holds together. And this is the biggest one. Don't bother with UX design in 2026 unless you're ready to become valuable for your judgments. Because this is the part that matters more now. Output is getting cheaper, judgment is getting more valuable. Anyone can make more screens faster now. That is not the flex people think it is. The real question is, can you tell which idea is actually better? Can you spot what will confuse people? Can you challenge weak assumptions? Can you ask questions nobody else is asking? Can you simplify something without making it shallow? Can you protect the user without losing the business goal? That is where the real designer shows up. And that is why I don't think UX is dying. I think lazy UX is under pressure. Shallow UX, tool only UX, portfolio without thinking UX. That version should be under pressure. But thoughtful designers, Designers with product sense, designers with real judgment, those people are still valuable, probably more valuable actually. Because when everyone can generate more, the person who can decide better matters more. So should you still consider UX design in 2026?
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Yes, absolutely. But only if you are willing to grow into the harder version of the role, not the fantasy version, the real one. The version where you keep learning, get comfortable being wrong, learn AI instead of pretending it doesn't matter, think beyond screens, and build your value around judgments, not just outputs. If that sounds exciting to you, UX can still be a great part. If it sounds exhausting and deeply annoying, that is useful too. Better to know now than halfway through an expensive identity crisis. So UX is not dead, but the shallow just make it look nice version of it is having a tough time. And honestly, that makes sense. The field is getting more demanding, but it's also getting more interesting. And if you like this like this, where we break down design careers, product thinking, AI, and the reality behind polished internet version of the job, subscribe. That is what I'm building here, and would love to hear from you. Thank you.